My name is Lorenzo Salcido from San Diego, California. I ride a 2020 Softail Lowrider S. So I have the Speed King setup, the full Speed King setup. I got the Speed King's high bend bar with the pullback risers. I got a relocation kit with pucks, the block off pucks from 31 State. With Speed King levers on there, Memphis shades, Road Warrior fairing, and Thrash and Supply floorboards, and of course good old Leather Pro bags topped off with a Saddleman seat. For exhaust, I decided to go with the HPI. I've had a couple different exhausts, and I wanted to give this one a try. So far, it's not disappointing, that's for sure. My front end is stock right now. I've never been like a big front end guy. Like, you know, everybody, it's one of the first things, you know, some people do is change the front end. I don't have any problems with it, you know, but I don't think I've ever ridden a bike with the upgraded front end. But I'm sure at some point down the line, I'm gonna end up wanting to do that once I do try a bike out with a upgraded front end. Right now, the monoshock that I have in there is JRI shock. Keeps the ass end up, stops the pegs from scraping so much. There's so many people that have had a hand in this bike. So many different companies have helped out and make it what it is right now. Leather Pro, Saddleman, Thrash and Supply, of course, Speed King Cycle, Memphis Shades hooked it up big time. You know, when I had a broken, you know, HD fairing. And they stepped up and said, check this out. And the paint company hooked it up with the paint also. I mean, blew it out the water as far as color matching and getting the logo on there and stuff like that. And of course, El Cajon Harley-Davidson. That's my second bike I've bought them through there, and they always take care of me. They've even given me a job, so I appreciate it all. You know, there's more stuff to come, so check it out. Follow me on Instagram. It's the OG_Renz.
We ended up going through Arizona. I don't even know which route we took. I ended up crashing and breaking my ankle, and I rode 12 hours home from the middle of Arizona with a broken ankle, shifting, because it was my left foot, shifting my bike all the way home. What's up, guys? I'm Steve Blaylock, owner of Tildes Cycles, and this is my 82 FXR shovel head. Yeah. Oliver Jones from Cut Rate. I went over there to buy some parts, and I was hanging out, and I saw this thing sitting in the back of his shop, and I said, hey, what's up with that purple bike? And he goes, Stevie, you need that in your life. And I said, I kind of do, but I don't have any money right now. So what can we do? So, you know, in my Steve fashion, I said, I've got some tools I could trade you. You've got a couple bikes I need to work on for you. Like, let's figure out a game plan. So we made a deal, and I got it. Yeah, it's my favorite thing I have right now. So when I walked in, the bike was together. I think it had different shocks. The wheels were on it, the brakes were on it. This is a S&S 93-inch shovel that was already in it. Like the base of the bike, it's an 82 FXR with an 85 tin set, which is pretty rare. I've only seen one other one. He already had the pipes done. I added different handlebars. I put the GMA, the blinkers. What else? I put the windshield on it, the louvered side covers, louvered headlight cover. But the base of the bike, it was the tin set, the pipes, the motor. I changed the transmission because it had the stock tapered shaft. I put a spline shaft in it, GMA dual disc front, Screaming Eagle fork brace, Memphis shades, gradient purple windshield. Memphis shades, please come back out with these windshields. They're amazing. Drag Specialties pullback risers. I think these are tracker die bars that I designed a long time ago. These are like the last ones we had. This is a Trident Supply air cleaner. It's pretty cool. It matches the bike pretty well. 93-inch S&S shovel. This came in the bike. Mustang seat on it. The coolest part of this thing, I'm sitting on it, but it has like the under seat tray where you can hold like registration, whatever. That's pretty cool. I got that for a birthday present. That was pretty sick. Chain drive. I think that's a Lindell sprocket, an older one. Metzler tires. These are cut rate struts, work shocks that I bought off of a Sporty, I think. I sent in and had Quality Shock Service build these. I think they're 14s. FNA Customs makes this pretty cool oil pressure gauge that pops up when you start it up. I don't know if there's anything else. I think that's pretty much everything. It's a great bike. Oliver sold me. I've been on a trip to Arizona on it, no problems, and I smoked everybody that was on the trip. So, doing something right. Yeah, I did like all the looks kind of stuff. I kind of changed it up, put the seat, the sissy bar, the shocks. I think that's about it. I think I changed the tires because it had like a weird skinny tire on it. So I put these Metzlers on it. This is an 18. This is off an XLCR. These were NOS when they were on the bike, so I'm the first person to put miles on these. And these were also new old stock, brand new Screaming Eagle rotors. So there's some goodies on it. But yeah, I love this bike. I don't think I'll ever sell this thing. So don't ask if it's for sale. It's not. I was probably 15, 16 at the time. I was sitting on the couch watching TV and a commercial came on for MMI. And the guy comes on and was like, do you like motorcycles? Do you want to be around the exciting career of working on motorcycles? And if that's you, then call us. So I called them and they sent out a rep who turned out to be one of my teachers, which is really funny. And he came out and, they promised a bunch of, oh, you can make exciting, you'll make 200 grand a year. And I'm like, yeah, that was a fucking joke. But it's a labor of love, I will say. A love and a hate. But yeah, so I went to MMI, did that whole thing. Right out of school, I got a job at Van Nuys Harley. I worked there for 2 years. I left Van Nuys Harley. One of the guys that worked with me, Dean, he owned a West Coast chopper, and situation happened at Harley and I quit that day. And he's like, hey, do you want me to call my buddy at West Coast Choppers? Maybe you can get in. Got an interview, went and got a job there, was there for 2.5 years, 3 years-ish, and kind of boomerang back and forth 3 times. That pretty much got me my start in the industry and learned a lot and met a lot of people. If it wasn't for West Coast Choppers, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. Just from all the friendships, not necessarily like the job, but meeting people, and getting a lot of skills under my belt, and then decided it was time to open my own thing and opened the first company. We don't say that name, but still doing the same thing as Till Death Cycles now, and we have a very small, you know, crew of dudes, and you know, we have a good time. So most people will tell you the funnest one. I'm going to tell you the opposite of that, and it was a wild story. It was when I worked at Harley. I had an 06 40 that had struts on it with just a metal pan seat, you know, typical like, oh, I bought my first bike and I'm gonna make it into a chopper. We rode all the way out to Cottonwood, Arizona. They had the Horse Smoke out west. It was, I think, the second one we went to, me and my buddy. And we went with a bunch of dudes, and they all end up wanting to go. They were kind of being gay and they wanted to go a different way. So we ended up going through Arizona. I don't even know which route we took. I ended up crashing and breaking my ankle, and I rode 12 hours home from the middle of Arizona with a broken ankle, shifting, because it was my left foot, shifting my bike all the way home. And luckily ran into a lady at a gas station, was like, hey, what happened? Because I was jumping around on one foot. And she goes, hey, my husband just had ankle surgery. I have a couple Percocets. Do you want some perks? And I said, yes. So, and at that time, I wasn't straight edge yet, whatever, but I was in pain. I was like, yeah, fuck it. Give me the Percocets. Took 2, rode all the way home, had to have surgery. But that was a wild trip. Thanks for checking out my bike. Again, my name's Steve. I own Till Death Cycles. Our Instagram is @TillDeathCycles. Facebook, we're on Facebook. Website is tilldeathcycles.com. It's Till, T-I-L, not 2 L's, 1 L, just, you know, keep it cool like that. And come check us out, full service shop, and we could build you something cool like this.
My name is Alex Chapman, and I create digital content over at Speed King Cycle. So I'm sitting on my 2015 Dyna Lowrider. It's kind of the second rendition of this bike. I mean, I crashed about a year ago. Went down pretty hard. Luckily, the bike wasn't totaled, and insurance gave me a nice check, and so I dropped it over off at Speed Kings, and they rebuilt it for me, and it's fucking set up perfect. I have 0 complaints. I do a lot of road trips. I put down a lot of miles on this thing. It's kind of all I like to do. I like to ride canyons a lot. Lately I've been scraping a lot of peg. My most memorable trip on this motorcycle was probably when I used to live in Atlanta, so I rode from Atlanta to California by myself. It was the first long distance trip I ever did. I did that in 2020, and basically when COVID hit, I kind of lost my job out there and packed up all my shit on my bike, sold my car, everything, and decided I was going to come back out to California because I was born and raised here. So packed it up, you know, hit Arkansas the first night, and then from there I hit Texarkana, stopped in Texas, stayed in Amarillo one night, and yeah, like it took me 4 days to get here. I kind of wish I had taken my time on it though, because that would have been a cool journey if I did. It was still fucking sweet though. A lot of alone time. I don't know, I just felt the most free I've ever felt in my entire life. I had nowhere to be, I had nobody to answer to, I had nothing. I had all my money saved up, so I was good. I wasn't stressed about money. Like, I don't know. It was just perfect timing, I guess. You know, I met a lot of people along the way, and you know, for me, that's probably the most fun I've ever had on a motorcycle. one favorite upgrade. I think when I dropped it off at Steve's, he basically built the perfect bike for me. So if I had to choose, it'd probably be the suspension. You know, I'm running 14-inch race techs in the back, and you know, I've tried a lot of shocks before. I ran Legends, I ran Drag, I ran RWD, and as soon as I put these race techs on there, dude, I had never felt anything like this before. I can go fucking 90 to 100 in a corner and nothing. It just goes where you want it to go, and it's sick. My bike is set up for me, I think. You know, it's real simple. I'm running +2 tubes in the front with race tech springs and the gold valves, and those things are, you know, cartridges are sick, but for the price, you can't beat these things. I'm running the Speed Merchant preload adjusters in the front, which are super nice, and then the Memphis Shades Road Warrior fairing. I think I got the 15-inch vented windshield, and I ran a few fairings before, and this is probably my favorite one. It's simple, clean, it's easy to put on, and my neck don't hurt after a long ride, so that's pretty sick. As far as brakes go, and I'm running 2 of the Galfer wave rotors in the front, and then my buddy handed me over some Brembo bagger calipers, and it stops real quick, and I have no complaints with it. As far as risers go, I'm running Speed King's 8-inch Anderson risers. They're high bend bar and chrome. Pretty sick, real comfortable setup. You know, I had 10-inch risers before with a low bend bar, and it was cool, but it wasn't nearly as comfortable as these. These have a nice little pullback to them, and I'm not reaching over to grab the bars. It's like puts me in the most perfect spot, and so those are sick. I'm also running Speed King's shorty levers, the CNC. They're nice. They're CNC'd. They're not your normal like cut off OEM brake levers where they just feel squishy and gross. Like these ones, to me, I don't know, it's a brake lever, but brake and clutch lever. And I don't know, it makes a huge difference. It's got a nice flat surface area in the front, so it just feels real nice when you pull it. Clutch feels nice, the brake feels super nice. That's pretty much it for the front. You know, I don't really have a lot going on this thing. I'm running an S&S air cleaner with the Speed King's cast air cleaner cover, which you can't get anymore. So fuck you if you want one, it's mine.
Stay away from the wrong side of town.
Also running Speed King's modular pegs, super comfortable. I've always wanted a floorboard, but I never really liked anything that was out there. And when Steve came out with these, I was like, I gotta have these. And so I'm running them, and I love them. Super grippy, no complaints. Running the Fab 28 high output pipe, because I used to have a 107, but now that I'm on my 3rd motor, I went back to a 103. And so I'm running a high output pipe on a non-high output motor, but it runs fucking great. Sounds good, looks good. You know, for the motor, it's pretty much stock. I got 574 Chris Rivas rocket cams. You know, they're good torque curb. You know, I don't have to downshift to pass cars on the freeway. If I'm in 6th gear, I can just hammer down and not worry about it. Sounds good too. And then I'm running a Saddleman step up tuck and roll seat, which I got this seat when I lived in Georgia before I even knew Speed Kings. I knew their site and everything, and so I went on their site and I bought this seat probably 5 years ago. I've been running the same seat for 5 years, got about 40,000 miles on it. I'd like to eventually upgrade to the SDC seat, but this one's been been cool so far. Again, I got the Race Tech shocks in the rear, Speed King's chain kit. I got the 5-spoke design with the stock gearing, and it's clean, simple, looks good. Normally, when I'm like traveling back and forth, filming and whatever, I run my Leather Pros, and I can hold my camera, my lenses, my tripod, everything inside those bags. And to me, they're the perfect bag. I actually picked those up on my road trip from Atlanta to here. I met some dude at this dealership in Texas, Chris Burns. And he saw the bags I had on the bike, and I was just on a budget. And so he saw them, he's like, dude, I got a buddy that has some brand new Leather Pros. He just upgraded to a different bike and he doesn't run these anymore. So his buddy came to the dealership in like 20 minutes and sold me those bags for $300, and they were like brand new. And I've been running for the last 2 years and have 0 complaints on them. Probably the best bag out there, in my opinion. As far as tires go, I'm running the Dunlop Road Smart 3s. I think they're Elite. I'm not really sure. But I'm running the 180 on the rear and the 110 on the front, and in my opinion, these are probably the best tires out there, other than Metzler. I heard Metzlers are pretty good, but as far as tires that I've run, I've had no problem with these. This bike fucking goes where you want it to go, no wobble, nothing. I don't have any stabilizers on it. I don't have a swing arm. I don't have cartridges or anything like that, but this bike handles like a fucking dream. So I'm super happy with it. And I have Steve from Speed Kings to thank for that, because he basically built this bike for me. And I ride motorcycles because it's the only thing that keeps my mind off of shit. You know, I have a real hard time not thinking about the things that bother me, and I have a real hard time focusing in general. And so when I'm on my bike, it's my escape. I know that sounds super cliche, but it really is. You know, I can put down as many miles as I want, go anywhere I want, and with gas prices these days, I can do it for pretty cheap. And so, you know, motorcycles are the only thing that keep me sane. I try to ride every single day. You know, for the last 5 years, I've ridden almost every single day. Like I said, it was my main mode of transportation for like 3 years, and that's the only way I got around. And so I kind of just stuck with it. I bought a truck, and you know, I use it when I need it, but for the most part, like, this bike is my only thing that I could never get rid of. So I don't know, motorcycles, they're my life, I guess. It's what I want to do. It's what I think about all the time, you know? It's my favorite thing in the world. If you guys want to find me or more about me or see more of my work, you can follow me on Instagram at native.photo. And if you want to ride, hit some canyons, let me know.
Yeah, I'm ready now. Did you get that? Don't put that in the video. Yo, woo, what's up guys? Steve here with Speed Kings. Fucking pretty pumped up right now. Not on drugs or anything, or meth or anything weird like that, but I'm pretty pumped up because I finished this fucking bike. So, some of you people know that I've been working on this 2018 Road Glide for a while now. We originally picked this up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at my good friends J&L Harley-Davidson. They helped me get this bad boy, 2018 Road Glide, brought it back, your basic stock. This thing didn't even have a security system, no ABS. It was the most basic stock bike you could have ever wanted, the best. Well, I've had it since what, March of 2020. I tore it apart, I think around September of 2020, and here we are, the final. This is it, it's done. I rode it, I love it. I'm ready to do some shakedown miles on it, see what else is going to fall off, because something did fall off yesterday already once, but I got it, it's cool, it's just a shifter, no big deal. You gotta put the nuts and bolts in those things or else they'll fall off. So tech tip right there for you guys. But yeah, she's done. And we're gonna go on a full breakdown of what we did. I didn't just want to post a picture on Instagram and be like, hey, check out this bike, guys. I thought we'd do a little bit something better. So we're gonna blast you with this dope ass video. Make sure to check it out. Make sure you share all your friends and make sure your grandma sees it because she's gonna like this bad baby. So the motor was originally a 107. Of course, we couldn't leave it that way. You know, I mean, they're fast and all, but come on. So originally we were just gonna do a 124 top end with it with a cam, no big deal. We started the work on that, measured the run out, and the run out was a little bit more than I liked. So, talked to my friends over at S&S. They shot us out a 4 5/8 stroke crank, some 131 pistons, jugs. Now we're a 131 inch, just like that. We topped that off with a 70mm HPI throttle body with 6.2 gram injectors. We wanted to make sure the transmission would handle the power of the 131, so we went ahead and hit up Baker. Boom, Baker Grudge Box. If you're not running that, I don't know what you're doing. I always like to do things a little different, so instead of just doing our standard clutch setup in the primary and everything, we actually went with a 3-inch open belt primary by BDL with their upgraded clutch spring and crazy ass little ball bearings to make sure it can handle the 131 power it's gonna put out. So pretty fucking stoked on that. From there, we did some work right here. Lone Star Choppers helped us out with this bad boy. Larry took care of this, got my notches all cut in, all perfect, man. Fucking top-notch work there. I went ahead and modified my own bags. I'm not into the sleeking, you know. For me, this is my take on a performance bagger. You guys can all fucking whine and bitch and cry about however the fuck you feel about it. I don't give a shit. But performance baggers shouldn't go like this on the ass. All right, that's lowrider shit. Fucking figure it the fuck out. So I cut my own bags, I notched them out myself, plaster welded them back up, we fucking dialed in. It's exactly how I feel a bagger's bag should look. We got a lot of Alloy Art parts on this bike. Big thanks to Justin and Robbie over at Alloy Arts. We got their swing arm, and we also have their cush drive set up over on this side. That stuff just really kind of ties everything in together for me, really gives it the look, the feel, everything that I really was looking for. With that subframe, we took a lowrider fender and we modified the lowrider fender to work with the subframe because I didn't want, again, that sweeping look that all the baggers have. Also, with the subframe, I was able to delete all that chrome, you know, bullshit fucking strut covers and shit that just served no purpose anymore. So really stoked with how that all kind of tied in and came together. One of the biggest things about baggers and riding baggers that I've experienced while I was riding this one was obviously height. You know, stock in their stock form, they're fucking low to the ground, you're scraping everything off, you know, and everybody's like, yeah, I scraped the shit out of my bagger, but yeah, you're pitched at 2 degrees, it don't even matter because you fucking stock height. So originally I ran a 14-inch on the rear and +2 on the front right off the bat, and it changed everything. So on the front suspension, I'm running +2 fork tubes with GP cartridges. I'm running some Olin's 357s. Kevin over at Big Bear Performance set them up for me. I'm not a big fan of gold. Fucking don't really like it at all, to be honest with you. I feel like if you're gonna do gold, everything's gotta be gold, and it's too hard to match all the different fucking golds. So I had them polished and clear anodized. So a little something different, so you're not gonna see these fucking gold ass things like everybody else has. Of course, I had to do the tunes. I'm not gonna, you know, it's a bagger. She gotta have tunes. I don't give a fuck. So we got the full Rockford Fosgate system from Plex Audio that hooked us up with that one. Couldn't leave anything alone, so I'm running a Sony head unit. We have Dakota digital gauges, running Speed King's Aniston risers with our bar setup, our high bend bar. One of the other things that I really enjoyed and I really liked the look of and everything, because I didn't want the whole front end covered. I didn't want all the nacelle, I didn't want all that stuff. I wanted to ditch all that stuff. So we got hooked up with a set of Sly Fox upper and lower trees. It just really ties it all together. I'm really happy with that. So to get the motor to breathe, we threw on an HPI pipe. I'm really digging the shorty on this. I know full length gives you a little more power, but it's not the vibe I like. I don't like that full length shit. It's not for me. So this shorty really complements it real well. I'm super stoked on that. Braking obviously was a big deal on this bike because we're running a 131-inch motor. I wanted to make sure it was gonna be able to stop. You know, Josh over at RPM Moto put this motor together for me, and he's gonna do the tuning on it. We haven't tuned it yet, but he's gonna do the tuning on it real soon. He may not be aware of this, but I know it's gonna be a screamer, and I know I need to be able to stop. We threw a set of our Speed King's Astro Novem wheels on this bike, and with that, opened us up to a lot more braking options. So I'm running 15-inch front rotors, dialed in with Behringer 108mm radial calipers front and rear. So this thing not only will shit and get, it'll stop on a dime. That's kind of the biggest thing. If you're gonna go in on one, you gotta go in on all of it. You know, one of the things too, I did something different on this bike that I normally do. I normally run an inverted front end. I wanted to do something a little different, so I went with the Alloy Art lower legs on this with the ambidextrous 108mm radial caliper mounts. And we have those, of course, chromed along with the fender mount. We're running dual Baja lights in the front, you know, of course, because we got to be able to see. I mean, Rebuffini floorboards, I'm really digging the way those things look. They're just made perfectly. We got thrash and supply, short brake arm and short shifter. I modified the brake arm to make sure to work with the shift peg I wanted, so I have matchy-matchy because I'm stupid like that. And then we have the Recluse slave cylinder on there for a 30% lighter pull. I was lucky enough to have a prototype gauge mount of our gauge mounts that we have laying around. And after another 2.5, 3 hours of machining on it and multiple 3D printing to know how I had to modify it to fit the Dakota digital gauges, I was lucky enough to get it one try because I only had one try. If not, this bitch was gonna have a 3D printed gauge housing on it. This bitch has definitely got a lean on her still, and she's running a +1 kickstand, so I don't know what to do about that. I don't do blocks. Gangster shit only. You know, one of my most favorite things that have come out in the market in the last year or so is these STC seats. I've talked about them before on YouTube. I've told you guys about them on Instagram. I swear by them. I run them on every one of my bikes now. It's no joke. It's my most favorite seat there is. You know, it's something about this bad boy right here. This little pad right here. It clicks my boxes. It tickles my boxes as well. To put all this power and all this badassness to the ground, we're running Metzler Cruise Tech tires. I don't give a fuck, it's the best tire on the planet. I've tried a bunch of different tires and this one is the one. I'm fucking running them also on all of my bikes. So Metzler, get at me, boy. I need to get some love from you guys. We need to make some tires happen down here. Fucking cost me an arm and a leg. You know, one of the biggest things I have a problem with, or you know, I guess coming up with, is the paint schemes for the bikes that I do. A lot of times I like things real simple. I've had the bass boat bikes, and lately I've been veering more towards just simple bikes. With this bike, I was driving back from LA or somewhere, I don't know, and came up with an idea of kind of going white and ghosting down into different grays and things like you see. I handed my idea off to Alex over at ACPC and kind of said, go for it, do your thing, here's my idea, and I walked away and really stoked on the return. It's not your normal bagger, you know, man. I wanted it to be mine, and I really think that he achieved it with what I liked, man. When I'm putting this together and the way it flows, I'm pretty hyped on it. So that's it, man. That's it. That's the bagger. That's the Speed Kings bagger I've been working on for almost a year now, but it's ready, and I'll be out next week riding in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, taking it back to JL Harley-Davidson for them to check it out. You can find me at JNL Harley-Davidson, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, July 9th, 10th, 11th, 2021, in case you're watching this shit next year. We'll have this bike there. Come check it out in person, because she's gonna be a blinger. I don't know what else to talk about though, guys. That's all I got for you today. So I hope you like it. It's been a lot of work, man. I am pretty stoked on it. I'm being a little cocky, I know. It's just for the video. But I'm pretty stoked on it, honestly. Like, it's been a lot of work. This is the first time I've ever fucked with the bagger for the most part. So I think my first try, and I think I did pretty well. I don't think it's gonna be my last try. I'm gonna go for another one probably here pretty soon. But I might need to take a break and do some chopper shit for a bike or two. Just kind of get that inspiration going again.
This thing ready now, brother? You got the YouTube live? You put me on the YouTube? I'm ready for YouTube. This is for the YouTube. I got everything ready to go. What's up? What's up, internet people? I'm Trike Mike. Yeah, originally it's a 94 FXR originally. Kind of pieced it together with some stuff, and yeah, it's pretty much what I got here. Hey, brother! Hey! Hey, we're back here. The fuck is all this Hollywood bullshit going on in here? Steve's just filming nice motorcycles. He wanted to film the FXR. These gay bikes? Ain't even got enough wheels. You want to see something? No, Trike Mike, don't get started. Don't get started. No. Go back. Go. What do you want to do? We're filming right now. I'll sit down in front of the YouTube. No, I got a bike that'll blow all these out of the water. You put all of them together, still taking it home with mine. I got something. You want it? You ain't prepared for the amount of views you're gonna get with this. Fuck, dude. I'm sorry. He just randomly stops by, gets his Mountain Dews down the street at the liquor store, and I tell him I'm busy in here doing stuff and working, but he just, I don't know. He's kind of got a mind of his own, so. Some of y'all may know me because I am a 3-time Arkansas State Lawnmower Racing Championship at the local fairgrounds. You've probably seen me out there. Not the first time, but everybody's been seeing my trike on the internet. They want to know a little bit more about it. I don't really like giving away a lot of my secrets, you know. I like to keep the trends low, but figured I'd do a little something here. I'm in San Diego, but I am nationwide, so they tell me, well, in California, you got a lane split and this and that. If you got 3 wheels, you can't lane split. I'm like, the fuck am I running from? Because when I'm riding this, brother, I'm looking at fear every day right in the eyes, so I ain't running from shit. Never gonna happen. I just click up a gear and ride into freedom. It's pretty much all I gotta do. I'm not gonna tell you all my secrets, okay? There's a lot of secrets here, and some things just need to be left unsaid. It's race secrets. It's also want a little more open road, a little more freedom and stuff like that. And all my buddies, they got the Dynas and the baggers and all them bikes. And I just ain't really into it, brother. I just feel like you get a little more freedom with 3 wheels. All my buddies, they complain. They're like, well, you gotta get the Dyna, and then you're gonna get a wobble. And I'm like, just put another wheel on there. You don't have to do any of that. No, I got a kickstand, brother. If they giving you any shit on the road, you know what I mean? You can handle other stuff with this, but no, if you gotta do some work on it, you know what I mean? You gotta get a little bit. Oh, almost. It takes a few tries, you know. I haven't been hitting the gym lately. Been on the road. There we go. It's like that, done deal. You gotta swap, quick swaps, race ready, anything like that. It's ready to go right now. I mean, because it gets going like that, you gotta have a little bit of traction. Woo! She coughs a little bit. Oh boy. You gotta give it the right touch. If you don't give the right touch, she don't want to go. That's no choke. All fucking power right there too. Yeah, no, these are vintage. I know all the kids these days, they're running the pit Voopers and all the other new stuff, and just kind of the thing is like style never fades with me. It's something I've always had. I got these back in '69, and I'm still waiting on some new glasses, but they're gonna get them to me. They said, you know, but the thing is these did match my leathers back then. So, well, the frame. That was I think the '96 championship lawnmower that I won in. And I had some, it was legal troubles, brother. I guess you could call it that. And they said the old lady was gonna get half, and I said, hell, she get the front half, but I'm using the back half. So fucking good luck with that front half. She got to drag that fucking thing around, and I think I got the better end of that deal. You know, I don't really knock Destiny, brother. And when Destiny comes knocking, I open the door wide open and I see what she's got. And you know, I was just out on a run it was during the lawnmower racing tour, and we was out there in Phoenix. And so I stopped by some old buddies of mine, FXR division, and they had this thing sitting back there. They were a little scared of this thing, and they said, well, I think that's all for you. Yeah, she came home with me. She ain't the first thing that came home with me, you know what I'm saying? I won't be getting too many details, because these builders, they'll steal my ideas. I don't go to the shows, but I got people there. I watch. I know what people are doing. You know, they got a name for their bike and stuff like that. This is her nickname right here. That's what I call her. Stupid fast. Like I said, with that motor, this wrist is stupid fast. But I like to keep it at a certain temperature. It popped right off. So much fucking power. Now watch, I'll show you how fast it goes. I mean, if I gotta explain cool to you, then you just don't get it. And I'll explain it to you, but I mean, it's got everything you need. Big ass fire breathing motor. It's been said that dragons are inside there just running this thing. It's got front and rear discombobulators. The ejaculators are all set up. They're tuned like fine wine. I mean, again, it's like, I can tell you everything that it's got on it, but I think it's gonna go right over y'all's head. You just don't know. Ain't no other bike out here fast enough to run stupid fast. And if they think so, got the pink slip right here. Well, I'm waiting on the pink slip. But anyways, I ain't worried about it because I wasn't gonna lose the pink slip, brother. Ain't nobody beating this thing. It don't matter what you got in your bike. It don't matter what you're doing. Everybody, oh, I got a performance bagger. I got a performance chalk. I got a performance this. I ain't see you performing shit. Ain't performing nothing. You see Trike Mike out there? Trike Mike's performing. Oh boy. It's pretty much a lot of custom fab work. A lot of custom fab work. You know, it's well, I mean, yeah, the front, except for the front wheel, that's bought, not built. It's a one-seater, two-seater, depending on how much she weighs. That's why I don't put it in shows, you know what I mean? Because people don't know what they're looking at. They can't even. Yeah, that's tricky. You got questions, ask, but I probably can't explain them to you. Sissy bar, it's custom, like everything on here, you know. I ain't one of them catalog cats. I ain't trying to do that. Sissy bar is, well, actually, I can't, I don't know, what's the thing for, you know, priors and stuff. I don't know if I can talk about where the knife came from, really. Yeah, we're still under investigation for that. Yeah, I mean, no, if you can't read, you know, obviously you can see it's a big motor. It's a big ass motor, but it's an 883, pretty much the biggest you need. I could stroke it and croak it and do all the other shit that I need to do to it, but it's like, the real power, it's right here. It's in the wrist, you know, it's on or off. That's really how I live my life. That's all I know. And if it ain't fast enough, that's because you're too slow. It's kind of just knowing the right people, you know what I mean? You pull up on this thing, you smoke a couple tires, and pretty much get in wherever you want to go. Hello. Yeah, I got it. Now look, I'm telling you, I don't give a shit about your performance show. I see a whole bunch of bikes sitting in the grass and they ain't performing, and I'll show y'all what a performance chopper is. You have your people call my people and we'll talk about it, but as of now, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Sorry. These guys, you know, everybody wants a piece of Trike Mike. I don't give a shit about any of that, brother. The whole point of riding motorcycles is freedom, open road, truck stops, lot lizards. That's it. If it ain't got that, Trike Mike ain't there. It ain't gonna happen. In the motor, that's the problem. Hell yeah, it's a Harley motor. Ain't running no Honda in here. This is a real deal right here. It's like you do enough turns, you feel like you had a bunch of Ducati lights in this thing, you know what I mean? Oh, what in the hell? Is this gonna go, is this going on the web? Like the World Wide Web? 2 wheels and baby! fired up. She ain't done. It really gets me going. You just get a couple laps on the track, god damn! Woo! I shouldn't have done it, just cold. I gotta really, oh, motherfucker. See, so much power I can't even handle it sometimes. Be back in business. Back in business. Later, brother. Because when you're spinning, you're winning. That's just how it goes with this thing. People ain't even ready for it, brother. I'll tell you what. Oh boy. Son of a bitch. Well, that's fucking. Yeah, brother. I mean, like I said, it is equipped with dual overhead ejaculators, and the combobulators in the front and back kind of balance it out. That's pretty much all you need. You get a good motor, you throw a good pipe on there, you let her breathe. Dragons, they ain't good if they ain't breathing. You know what I mean? A dead dragon's a bad dragon. So you get that thing, a little air running through there. Obviously, we got a custom carburetor, the full air filter, everything like that. It's removable, so you can clean it because they do get dirty. You know, it's like